Hello and welcome to today's practice, Yoga for the Hips. We're going to begin our practice today reclined down on the spine. So you might want a yoga strap and a yoga block nearby. And I sometimes like to have a little bit of cushion for my low back and like the back of my pelvis. So I usually place a very low blanket across the center of the yoga mat. And then when you're ready, you're going to come down onto your spine. So you can position yourself with the pelvis on the blanket if you've chosen to take that across the mat. And then you'll let your body come all the way down. And then you'll have the block and the strap out to the side so that you can reach them, but that they're not in your way as you stretch your arms out to the sides. And you're going to bend the knees and place the feet flat to the floor. You could even go a little bit wide with your feet, maybe as wide as your yoga mat. And then we'll just do a few gentle sways with the knees from side to side. Noticing the feeling of rocking across the feet, the movement of the leg bones through space, and the gentle rocking sensation across the low back. And we're going to take the knees and let them point up to the sky and bring the feet a little closer so that the heels are lining up with the sitting bone. So you're going to leave the left foot down on the floor. We're going to pick up the right foot and create a figure four shape with the legs. So the outer right ankle is going to come across the left thigh. Keep the arms nice and wide. You're going to take your exhale and the shape of your legs, you're just going to twist off to the left. You're going to fall to the outer edge of the left foot. Gently press the outer right ankle into the left thigh. And then inhale as you come back up to the center. We're going to do that a few more times, just that in and out dynamic twisting motion. So exhale, twist the shape of the legs off to the left. Inhale as you rock back up to the center. Exhale as you twist to the left. Inhale to the center. We're going to take two more cycles. Exhale, twist the legs to the left. Ground down through your right arm. Inhale to the center. Last time. Exhale, twist to the left. Feel the weight of the right arm settle, creating a sense of openness across the collarbones. And inhale, come to the center. Pause here. Now, here's where your yoga block for a moment might come in handy. You can take your yoga block into your right hand. So I usually like to hold the long, skinnier edge with the right hand. And then you can take the block and then anchor it in to the right thigh. Now, as you press the block into the leg, you want to feel the leg kind of press back into the block so that there's this energy coming in toward the center. Press out just a bit through your right heel and feel the right toes draw back toward the right shin bones. Now you can stay right here, or you can release the block and maybe pick up the left foot so that the shape of the legs now draws in toward the body. Right hand threads through, left hand to the outside. This is another place the strap could come in handy where you take the strap along the back of the left thigh and hold the strap. Okay, now we're going to press out through the right heel. So sometimes when we're in this pose, the low back will round a bit and we'll get that feeling of the low back pressing down into the floor. So I want to encourage you to almost think of almost like if you were going to stick the buttocks out toward the floor, out toward the mat, and then just feel the pelvis shift a bit so that there's a slight lift of the low back away from the floor. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. You're going to slowly release the strap or the hands or the block. Plant the left foot, plant the right foot. Go again, just nice and wide with your feet, and do a few sways with your knees from side to side. Okay, point the knees up to the sky, walk the feet a little closer toward one another, pick up the left foot, take figure four, left outer ankle crossing over the right thigh. Arms nice and wide. On your next exhalation, you're going to twist the shape of the legs to the right. And then as you breathe in, come back to the center. Exhale, twist to the right, left arm grounds down. Feel the outer left ankle press into the right thigh. Inhale, center. Exhale to twist. Inhale, center. Last 2 times. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Very last time. Exhale, twist. Inhale to the center. So we'll hold in this position. If you have a yoga block, you can catch hold of the yoga block in the hand. You can also just do this motion where you're pressing and activating the hand and the thigh together if you're not working with the block. So hold here for a moment. So again, we want to feel the leg pressed upward into the block or hand while the block is anchoring toward the leg. You can always stay in this position. We'll release the block down, staying here, or maybe floating the right foot. You can take the strap behind the right thigh, or you can just simply catch hold of the back of the right thigh with the hands. So press out through the left heel. Draw the left toes toward the left shin bones. And see if you can notice if there's a lot of pressure from the low back in toward the floor. So you want to almost feel like you're sticking your buttocks out toward the mat so that you can see if you can get a little bit of a lift of the low back away from the floor. You could even take your left elbow and maybe activate the left elbow into the left thigh region. Take a breath in and out. Okay, we can slowly release the hands from the right thigh or from the leg. Slowly bring the right foot down and the left foot, and then take a few windshield wipers. Okay, so from here, we're going to transition up to table. So rock forward and back or roll to one side to come up. Can adjust the block so that both blocks are now at the front short side of the mat. If you have socks on, you might take your socks off. We're gonna first start by coming into the table. So bring the body to the all fours shape. We're gonna do some knee contractions here. So ground down into the right knee and send your left leg back behind you, lifting the left leg up so that it's a little higher than parallel to the floor. You can lift your chest. So it's going to open up the front of the left hip. Now, as you exhale, we're going to contract this left knee in toward the left elbow. This is going to create a strengthening of that left outer hip. And then inhale, send the left leg back up a little higher than parallel. So you open up the front left hip region. Exhale, curl into the left elbow. Inhale, send the left leg up and back. Exhale, curl the left knee in to the elbow. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, send the left leg up and back. Lift up through the heart. Open the throat. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, send the left leg up and back, and then exhale, curl the left knee in. Inhale, send the left leg to the back, short side of the mat, up and back, and then we're going to sweep that left leg over to the right until the ball of the foot touches down. Then you can take your chin and move your chin just a little bit to the right. So contract through the right side of the body and open through the left side body. Take your last inhale and exhale here. Okay, and then inhale, float the left leg back up in the air, and then exhale, lower the left knee down. You can catch hold of your yoga blocks. We're going to walk the yoga blocks over to the right. You can also do this by just placing your hands to the mat as well. Lean to the right knee, step the left foot forward. So you're going to press the hands down, lift the back right knee away from the floor, and just come into a high lunge for a few rounds of breath. So you're going to keep the chin in, keep the gaze down toward the floor. Deep breath in through the nose. You can feel the strength in the legs and in the feet. Exhale, you might even blow the breath out through the mouth like you're blowing out a candle. One more round of inhale and exhale here. Okay, we're going to lower that back right knee down. So you're going to come into low lunge. You're going to heel toe this left foot off just a bit to the left and then spin the heel in and the toes out. Now, you might adjust the blocks, even you might come down maybe mid-height with the blocks. So you're going to keep the right hand on the block or the floor. You can bring your left hand even up to the left thigh and take a little twist. Another option is to maybe rock onto the outer edge of that left foot. That's going to drive a little more sensation up into the hip region. So you do want to keep that outer ankle somewhat strong, just like we did in the figure 4 shape on the spine. Feel a magnetic pull from your right knee and your left heel, like those parts of the body are trying to come together a bit to get a little bit of engagement in the legs. Take your last exhale here. Okay, and then we're going to come back around, kind of heel toe the left foot in. You can frame the left foot, press into the right ball of the foot, lift the knee, stepping forward this time. Step forward. As the right foot lands, take a halfway lift with the spine, and then exhale, fold into the legs. We'll do that halfway lift 2 more times. So inhale, lift the belly away from the thighs, reach out long through the crown of the head, and then exhale, fold the body back into the legs. Last one, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, bend your knees and reverse your swan dive, rise up. You're going to have 2 options for chair. So one, you can bring your prayer hands into your heart, take the shape of the chair. Now you could hold here. A second option is to take that figure 4 shape here standing by crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. Press strong through your left heel and then send your sitting bones back into chair. Like you're reaching the sitting bones toward the mat as your torso just has a slight angle. Good. Take a breath in. Hold the pose as you breathe out. We'll do one more round of inhale and exhale here. Okay, so pressing strong. We'll come to extended mountain. That left foot is going to come down. If it's a cross, both arms are going to reach long by the ears. Exhale, bend the knees, and swan dive the body forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift with the spine. Exhale, we'll take the body into downward dog for a moment. So step the feet back over the blanket. Walk out through your feet and your knees momentarily. We're going to do all of those poses on the second side. Okay, we're going to take the knees lower them down to table. We're going to start with those knee contractions first with the right leg. So right leg lifts up and back. See if you can lift the leg a little bit higher than parallel to the floor. And then exhale, curl your right knee in toward your right elbow. Inhale, send the right leg up and back, lift the heart. Exhale, curl the right knee in, round your spine. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, curl the right knee in. 2 more times. Inhale, send the right leg up and back. Lift the heart. Exhale, curl the right knee in. Last one. Inhale, send the right leg up and back. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, the right leg goes up and back. Exhale, lower the right knee down. So you can catch hold of those blocks again, or just simply walk the hands to the left. Lean to the left, step the right foot forward, press into the left ball of the foot and lift the knee. We're going to take high lunge. The chin is slightly in. Gaze is down. Take the deep inhalation through the nose. And then as you exhale, you might blow the breath out through the mouth like you're blowing out a candle. Soften your forehead space, the space between the eyebrows. Feeling the strengthening of the legs, the ankles, the feet. Okay, I'm going to lower that back. Left knee down into low lunge. So you might adjust the blocks, maybe mid height or lowest height. We're going to walk the left hand a little wide and heel toe the right foot out to the right. Spin the right heel in and the right toes out. And maybe place the right hand on your right thigh for a twist. Another option is to maybe roll the foot so that you roll to the outer edge of the right foot, but you want to keep the outer ankle really strong. So keep pressing out through the heel. Take a deep, slow breath in and out, and maintain that energetic pull, that feeling of your left knee and your right heel kind of trying to come toward one another. Okay, last exhale. Okay, and then bring everything back around to the center. So we want to heel toe that right foot in a bit, frame the right foot with the hands, press into the left ball of the foot, lift the left knee, adjust the blocks forward. You can press off of the left foot. Now, as the left foot lands, you can take 3 halfway lifts. So inhale, halfway lift with the spine, and then exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, halfway lift with the spine. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift with the spine. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, bend your knees and reverse your swan dive. Sweep wide, rise up. Prayer hands coming into the heart, bend the knees into chair. Now feel free to hold here in the chair or shift the weight into the left foot. Let the right foot lift and come into figure 4 balance. So outer ankle, right ankle strong. Press through the right heel and sit the pelvis back. Torso leans a little forward. Press the hands together and draw the low front ribs in. Steady the gaze. Take another 1 to 2 cycles of breath here. Okay, on your next inhalation, start to straighten the left knee. You're going to come into extended mountain. So the arms are going to sweep wide and up. Right foot is going to come down. Fingertips are going to stretch high. Exhale, bend your knees and swan dive your body forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift with your spine, and then exhale as you find downward facing dog. Okay, take a moment here in the downward dog. And inhale, bring your hips forward into plank, high push-up position. Knees staying lifted or knees coming down to the floor. We'll lower down for a cobra. So bend the elbows, lower the chest and the ribs down to the mat. So keep the hands tucked under the low chest, tops of the feet down. Inhale, curl up for cobra and just hold momentarily. So this is just going to give some strengthening to the spinal muscles, but also engage through the gluteals, especially gluteus maximus, the largest of the gluteals. So just draw your elbows into the sides of the body, roll the shoulder blades slightly together, breathe in, and then as you exhale, bring your chest and ribs back down. Now inhale, press up to table. We're going to pause here on the table. We're going to take table with cow face legs. So you're going to put your weight into your right knee. Keep your left knee bent, but pick it up and cross it behind your right knee. And then move your feet apart. They're walking out toward the long sides of the mat. You might have to adjust your hands. I usually bring my hands in an inch or two. Then we're going to breathe out and start to move the pelvis toward the floor. So you're almost folding into like a cross-leg child's pose position. And then as you inhale, rock the pelvis back up. You might even take a cow tilt in your spine for a moment. So let your belly release to the floor. Lift up through your chest, your chin. Exhale, move your pelvis back into that cross-leg child's pose shape. And then one more time. Inhale, come back up. Let your belly release. Lift up through the heart. Exhale. Move the hips back. Now we're going to hold in this shape for a few rounds of breath. If you find that the sensation is overly intense in either the low back or the hips, you can keep moving in and out of this or even take a wide knee child's pose shape. Okay, just take another moment here. Soften your eyes. Okay, slowly bring the body back up. Feet come toward one another. Left knee lifts and uncrosses. Hips can sway out a bit from side to side. Okay, ground down into your left knee. Pick your bent right knee up. Cross it behind your left. Move your feet wide. Adjust your hands as needed. And then when you're ready, use an exhale to move your hips into that cross-legged child's pose. And then inhale as you rock back up. Cow tilt the spine. Release the belly. Lift through the heart and chin. Exhale. Shift the hips back. Inhale. Come back up. Release the belly. Lift through the heart. And exhale. Move your hips back. Okay, inhale and exhale, hold in this cross leg child's pose shape. Chin can come slightly in, creating a little bit of extra compression at the throat space. Okay, last exhale here. Inhale as you come back up. Bring your feet a little closer. Lift your right knee. Bring both knees down to the mat and then just give a little gentle sway of your hips. All right, we're going to come around to a seated position so you can take your legs straight out in front of the body. You're just going to lean a little bit of weight into the hands. Right leg is going to extend. You're going to lift up this left knee. You're going to draw the left knee toward the left shoulder. And then we're going to extend the left leg and draw it in. We'll just do this little pulsing. Extend and draw in. Extend and draw in. Let's do that motion 2 more times. Extend and draw in. Last one. Okay, and then send the left leg out along the floor and then draw your right heel in and lift the right foot so that the knee draws in toward your shoulder and then a few pulsations. Reach the heel forward, draw it in, reach the heel forward, draw it in. Two more times. Okay, we're gonna come into cradle with this left foot now. So as the right foot comes down, kind of lean your body up. You're gonna lift this left foot up. You might hold on to the foot, maybe left hand to outer edge of the foot, right hand to the heel, and you can actually just rock the leg from there. Now, if you want a slightly stronger stretch in the outer hip, you can take this left foot and bring it up so that you come up onto like the lower part of the biceps. You're kind of in that elbow crease. So this is stronger. It's not only stronger in your hip, it's actually stronger in your low back. So just pay attention. You can also lean out onto your left hand and kind of massage on the outer hip. And I don't want to be surprised if you hit a couple points of tension in there because for some people, there tends to be these really strong tension points on the outer hip. So just massage, put a little bit of pressure into the outer hip. You can always rock the cradle in the center as well. So take about maybe 1 to 2 more rounds of breath. Last 2 rounds of breath. Okay, and then let's slowly come up and slowly release the left leg. Second side, keep the left leg out and you can bend your right knee. So remember, you can hold the foot. You always want to find ways to work with the body. A lot of tension in the outer hip. This might be your best option. Could also draw that right leg closer into the chest and maybe place it on the bottom part of the bicep, like right in that elbow crease, holding from there or leaning out onto the right hand and then massaging the outer right hip. Okay, last 1 to 2 cycles of breath. Okay, and then come to the center, slowly releasing the right foot. So bend both knees, take the hands back. I like to spin my wrist creases to face out to the side. Take the chest and feel like you're lifting your sternum, your chest bone up to the sky. Stay here for a little bit of extra low back activation. You might lift your hips into reverse table. Okay, and then lower your hips back down. And come into cross leg shape. So at your home, you can always stay in seated meditation for a longer period of time, or you can come down to your spine and take a few minutes of rest in Shavasana. If you're transitioning off of your mat, you can take a moment to place your prayer hands at your heart as you sit tall, growing the spine upward as you reach up and out through the very crown of your head. While you maintain that lift of the crown of the head, root the sitting bones down to the earth. The light within me sees and bows to that same light that exists within you. Namaste.